What's stopping you? Are you too tired? Didn't get enough sleep? Don't have enough energy? Don't have enough time? Is that what's stopping you right now?
How much more successful do you want me to be?
More successful.
How many records can my records break?
More records.
But I'm the best.
But are you a different animal and the same beast?
What the does that mean, Kobe Bryant?
You're welcome.
What the is he talking about?
I can't just sit there and mourn at my fractures and my disability and be like, oh man, see those dudes, they're doing so good. I was never like that.
Come on, man.
I ain't never been like that.
Growing up, my dad used to encourage my brother and me to fail. So at the dinner table, he would actually ask us, what did you fail at this week? And if we didn't have something to tell him, he would actually be disappointed. And I can remember coming home from school and being like, Dad, I tried out for this and I was horrible. And he'd be like, way to go, and high-five me. And it was such a gift what he was doing. I didn't realize it at the time, but he was redefining failure for me.
Show me your friends and I'll show you your future.
That's one of your top
It is.
three pieces.
Show me your friends and I'll show you your future. You want to know why you're all fucked up? Just look at the fucking bums you hang around with.
If you're living your life and you say that sucked, well, you've got a business.
And he said, Cristiano, we have money, we have everything, we have fame. And he said, I have millions, billions, but the most important thing, it's the family. Keep your family healthy, good, and take.
I was poor because I didn't have anything. I had no money, I had no things, we had no TV, we had no refrigerator, we had nothing as kids. But I was rich because I had a dream.
Rich people don't sleep 8 hours a day. That's a third of your life. It ain't but 24 hours in a day. You cannot be sleep 8 hours a day. You can't live in LA and wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning. It's 11 o'clock on the East Coast. The stock market been open 2 hours. They already making decisions about your life and your ass was asleep. The Bible says, he who loves to sleep and the folding of hands, poverty will set upon you like a thief in the night.
Self-discipline is the center of all material success. You cannot win the war against the world if you can't win the war against your own mind.
For me, the best player in the world ever, Diego Maradona.
Welcome to Brixton, I'm in the party with Barbies and drillers.
Going to college is, entirely optional. I mean, if you've got a good idea, I'd say drop out and try it out. And you can always go back to college.
It's always there.
Yeah.
You closer to where you're trying to get than where you started from. So you got to keep going, and that's the point. If you stay down, you'll reach that point. You'll look up and be like, shit, it's closer to get to where I'm trying to get than to stop and turn around. So, just stay at it. That's it.
If you are really confident about your financial situation, you probably are not going to be wearing an 8-pound chain around your neck. Because I got bank. I don't have to show you how much I got. I feel good.
Did school fail you or you failed school?
School failed me. School's failing entrepreneurs every single day.
Because?
Because it's not built for entrepreneurship. It's built for workers. If you're being taught to play within the lines, and there's nothing being taught that maps to the entrepreneurial market. As a matter of fact, my biggest cynicism when I sit across an entrepreneur today is if they are too successful at school.
Everything is hard before it's easy. And everything at the beginning is difficult, but later it becomes easy and automatic. You have to force yourself to discipline yourself at the beginning, but after that, it becomes easier, and you actually feel happy.
Turn your wounds into wisdom. You will be wounded many times in your life. You'll make mistakes. Some people will call them failures. But I have learned that failure is really God's way of saying, excuse me, you're moving in the wrong direction. It's just an experience. And it wasn't until I was demoted as a on-air anchorwoman and thrown into the talk show to get rid of me that I allowed my own truth to come through. And the first day I was...
The number one thing that's going to change your life, the only thing that will change your life, change your business, change your money, change your relationship,
is you must raise your standard. And I know that sounds boring, stupid, basic, but it's the truth. The only thing that changes our life long term is when we raise our standards.
While you're on the journey, you have to disconnect from the end goal. You know, because if you're just focused on some end goal, then you might get there, but it'll be hard to progress past that because you're so focused on that one destination that it's like, you know, you maybe forget everything in between, and maybe you could have done more in between. He always told me, like, just be here right now, live right now, and do the best you can right now. Don't worry about what that end goal is.
Work like hell. I mean, you just have to put in, you know, 80 to 100 hour weeks every week. And then all those things improve the odds of success.
You know, my daddy used to tell me all the time, he said, son, best thing you can do for poor people is not be one of them. You know why? Because you can't help the cause.
It is okay to be scared. It is okay to cry. Everything is okay, but giving up should not be an option. They always say that failure is not an option. Failure should be an option because when you fail, you get up, and then you fail, and then you get up, and that keeps you going. That's how humans are strong. Failure is an option, should be an option, but giving up is not. Never.
Your future is brighter than your past. I want to say to you in the balcony, get up! Your ladder is greater than your former. I want to say to every person in this room, get up! Because the best is still yet to come!
If you want to be successful, learn from the other people's mistakes. Don't learn from the successful stories. Learn from the mistakes, the other people. No matter how smart you are, you will encounter these mistakes. Nothing is free. If you want to be successful, you have to pay the price. Alibaba, 18 years to today's size.
You can't get advice on what you should do with your life, right? Nobody knows what you are. Like even sometimes you don't really even know what you are. You got to take your shot, and it's like
until you follow your dream and connect it to your gift, you'll never be happy. You'll never be happy, man. You got to chase that dream before you die, man. You should go and live your dream.
Just because people let you down, don't give up on God, who never will. Just because you lost a job, don't stop trusting that God is my provider.
Here's how you know if someone's your friend. You can tell them bad news, and they'll listen. They won't tell you why, you know, you're stupid and why that bad thing happened to you and how something worse happened to them once and, you know, derail the whole conversation. You can actually tell them bad news and they'll listen. So that's a good thing. And then this is a weirder thing. You can tell them good news and they'll help you celebrate. And that's a really good way of deciding who you should have around you. You got to surround